Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Craft Beer Nation's special Saturday Hangout, a worldwide collaborative social IPA, the Big SIPA. We're joined this morning by Matt and Gil at James River Brewing, Michael Tangen, Felix Estrada, Alan Huerta, Ashley Bauer at Conquest Brewery, and our good friends in the UK, Simon Martin of Real Ale Guide, and Rains Craft Brewing with their brewmaster Bill Dobson. Today, Bill and Simon are going to kick off the Big SIPA collaborative brew, and throughout the day we'll have breweries from all over coming to join the hangout through their versions of the Big SIPA and chatting with us about the growing craft beer industry. In addition to the many participating breweries, we'll have some special guests such as Untapped co-founder Greg Avila, Master Cicerone Nicole Ernie. Michael will be taking homebrewing questions later, and we even have a cooking demo planned. We'll be here until 5 p.m. today, and on behalf of Craft Beer Nation and the wonderful Craft Beer Nation mods, welcome to the Big SIPA, and let's get this beer brewing. Other than the fact we're about to start with our home brewing, we also get to welcome Boris. Hello, Boris. How are you?
And
I just posted it to my Facebook, so all my family and friends has a link to the Google Plus event page where they can just click play and watch us live. I'm going to be muted a lot of the time because as you can hear, they're brewing, so they got the music blaring, chillaxing. I'm having a beer. I'm having their Saison.
And both parties in Santa Fe Brewing. Yeah, we'll be back to him in about a half hour. We'll talk with him and one of the brewers there. So
has anyone started pulling questions from our internet? Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. We really appreciate all of your advice and helping us.
My privilege. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are going to head over to Boris now. Hello, Boris. How are you?
Hey, guys. It's a little loud, so hope you don't mind. But
no, that's fine.
I got Max with us from the Spotlight.
Awesome. Welcome. We're going to have Santa Fe Brewing on here today. I think I missed it when it was a Spotlight, didn't I? And I was really sad because some people were drinking this coffee one. There was a coffee beer that I wanted so badly and I did not get.
That's the Java Stout.
Yeah.
That Irish red is amazing too.
I think we should go off the side.
Java Stout is just a have.
Awesome. I think we have some funky things going on with audio, or is that just me?
I'm trying to mute myself at the right time so you guys aren't bombarded by the brewery's activities. So if you hear a little bit of weird stuff, it might be me just muting me or us, letting you talk, unmuting me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, that's totally fine. Well, what part of the process what system are you using also?
Well, for the Big SIPA, we're using their small batch system. It's a 10-gallon setup. You have your, let me get out of the way so you guys can see. You got your 3 components. The one on the right, the hot liquor where it holds just hot water. The one in the middle is the mash tun where the grain is sitting at right now. And on the left is the brew kettle where the boil will go down.
Awesome, exciting. And at what part of the brewing process are you guys at?
Right now, I'm heating up the sparge water, and it's almost there actually. And then I will be sparging that mash for the next hour to get it nice and clear, and then throw it into the kettle and start boiling away.
Fantastic. So Boris, they're letting you brew things?
I know.
Did they make you sign a waiver?
No, we trust him. We knew that.
Awesome. So, Bill, Marcus, anybody, do we have questions?
Hey, Boris, I'm sorry, can you say again what the 3 different kettles were? I'm assuming it's the same thing as, the same concept as Michael's setup. So
yeah, it is pretty much, I believe Michael's homebrew setup, he's got his gravity-fed 3-tier. So instead of, this isn't gravity-fed, this is pumps. There's, I don't know if you can see it, let me tilt it down right there, right here. Right here are 2 pumps. If we circulate and shove hot water, the runoff from the mash, and it pumps it into the boil kettle. So there's no pouring, no heavy lifting because of the pumps.
So it's basically your hot water tank, then your sparge, and then you're collecting your wort, right?
Yes. The middle one is the where the mash is at right now, and it's got a sparge set up on top, a supply sparge. So from the hot liquor tank, you're going to take your sparge water and then feed it to the top of the grain, the bed, and which is what Duskin's doing right now. And it'll sparge and run that hot water through the grain, and the pump will start to feed it into the boil kettle from the runoff, like when it's nice and not clear, but free of grain. You know, if you get what I'm saying, husks and stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gil and Matthew, do you guys have any questions for Boris?
Well, our tasting room is a tasting room, so we're trying to keep muted here, so to not interfere too much. But no, I stepped away. So what's Gil got?
No, I was just wondering how is that going to work, like the process and everything. Can you talk about the beer and how you guys are approaching making this IPA?
I mean, how tight are you holding to the recipe? Are there alterations that you had to make based on grain availability or hop availability?
No, it is exactly what we got out there on the web for everyone to brew. It's what do I got? Like 20 something pounds of 2-row and 23 pounds of 2-row. And 3/4 pound of Crystal 80, and then all the hops that were discussed. 5 hops: Centennial, Summit, Simcoe, Columbus, and Amarillo. With the American Ale yeast, the Y yeast 1056.
Awesome. So you guys were able to get all of the materials pretty easily.
Yeah. The incredible thing about the small batch system is we use the grain and the hops and the yeast, if available, that the brewery has. So let me see if I can aim my webcam. All right, behind this big silver, I think that's the louder ton, is where they store their grain, all the specialty and also the base grain. And all Dustin did was go over there and grab 23 pounds of 2-row and 3/4 pound of Cara 80, and we build it right here.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's this whole small batch thing that they do every other Saturday or every Saturday. It's pretty awesome. The home brewer, whether they be novice or on a almost pro level, you can come here, brew 10 gallons of it. 5 gallon stays here at the brewery. 5 gallon goes to their second location in Santa Fe and El Dorado, and it gets served right on tap. And they have a little board that has small batch Saturday, and then they put the beer that's on tap. So in about a month from now, the board will read #TheBigSIPA. So when anybody comes in and tries it, they know that they're drinking what we're making today, what the world is making today.
So, Boris, do you have any plans for your spent grain, or y'all just gonna toss it, or what?
Personally,
You know,
I don't. Right now, I don't have plans. I believe they recycle their spent grain here, so they'll probably just recycle it just like they do any other batch that they do in house. But I may be brewing this big SIPA tomorrow at home as my first all-grain batch on my home system. And personally, I have probably a lot of pizza to make with almost 12 pounds of grain.
Nice.
And let me introduce Gabe, one of their brewers. He's right here, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good, you?
Good, thank you. Thanks so much for participating today in the Big SIPA. We really appreciate it. I think that Boris was muted. We're getting a little feedback from your mic.
Yeah, I have the speakers literally right here next to the webcam, so I can hear you guys talk. So I'm trying to mute, like I said, in the appropriate time.
You'll need to just move the speakers away from the webcam. You can keep them close, but move them.
I don't have room.
Yeah, in a different direction.
And make sure they are sitting.
Here, let me move them back.
Yeah, try behind the webcam because it's.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Is that a little better?
That is much better.
Significantly better.
They told Boris that we'll let you use our homebrew system, but your office is going to be a bucket turned upside down. So he can't have any space.
So, Gabe, you want to tell them what you're doing today?
We're working on the Oktoberfest right now, getting it ready for our fall release. This is our second batch of it that we're running off right now, and we'll ferment for a week or so, and then we'll get it lagering and get it ready for August.
Nice.
So are you guys just doing a traditional Oktoberfest?
Yeah, we do traditional German style. We have a proprietary yeast that we have that came over from Germany. We use it for our Oktoberfest and our Pilsner. And a lot of Munich malt and Pilsner. It's really nice, rich entry into the fall.
So when are you guys looking to put that beer out, the Oktoberfest?
We're moving up our release dates on our seasonals. We're trying to have them out. The Oktoberfest in particular, we're trying to get out in August, early in August, so that we can have it out and people can be tasting it and thinking about it as we enter into the fall. We're just trying to get out ahead of the curve a little bit.
Awesome. I've noticed that a lot in some craft breweries. I know that we got Southern Tier Pumpkin already came out this week, in my region at least, and I just thought that was insane. It's July and it's so hot. I don't know why there's pumpkin beers out right now. Not that I'm a stickler to like styles having to be drank at certain times of year, but I mean there's a little tradition to it, and I just don't feel like having a pumpkin beer in July.
Yeah. I'm not even trying to think of a pumpkin beer in July.
Yeah.
But, we found that a couple months ahead of time, the magazines and the websites start asking for so that so that they can review it and they can get some timely information out for when it's
well, Oktoberfest is traditionally drank in September, isn't it? So coming out with it in August isn't that bad. I mean, that's still within this time frame of when the style is being drank appropriately, I guess you could say. So that I can see, but pumpkin in July.
Tara, I agree with you 100%. Like it's too hot outside to even want something with because pumpkin beers typically have a lot of complexity to them, and like when it's hot outside, there's a reason why people want pilsners and lagers in the summertime, because they're easy, they're simple, it quenches your thirst almost. But a pumpkin beer, just has way too much complexity going on to be enjoyed in the summertime, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Boris, you're muted.
No way.
Is that your band?
This is our Oktoberfest, yeah.
That's a kick-ass game.
But I would even say that August is a little early for me to be drinking it. But by the time September rolls around, it'll be out there, people will be hearing about it, and then it'll be time. And when it's time, it'll already be out. Speaking of that, I have to get back to it. I'm in the middle of brewing right now.
Awesome. Thank you for sitting down to chat with us.
Rock
Thanks
on.
a lot. Thanks a lot, you
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Boris, I know that's a 5-gallon system behind you, right?
No, that's a 10-gallon system.
Oh, okay.
There's a question from Alan. Hold on, let me go grab it.
So you're gonna yield?
We may need to run this one back over to the Santa Fe Brewers. And Boris, you can play Aaron Boy with this question. Bring one of them back over. As he's asking, a lot of breweries release early because of ease of production. Do they have a reason or just because? And I think the big reason that they were saying they were going to release this Oktoberfest in kind of late August was by the time like Oktoberfest drinking season rolls around mid of end September, the beer's out where it needs to be so people can get it. And other folks have had a chance to taste it. And thank you for your opinion, baby girl.
She thinks it's too early.
Yeah, she thinks it's too early.
Miss Emmy.
Yeah, say it is too early.
Hi, Emmy.
So those that do want to drink it, have had it, and then they can talk about it and get other folks drinking it. I can totally understand why these breweries are releasing some of their seasonals a few weeks to maybe a month or two early. If they're not a well-known beer, not a well-known brand, then it may take a couple of weeks or months of word of mouth to get around for people to actually know that, hey, this is a great seasonal beer. You should definitely go pick it up. There's nothing worse than hearing, in November that, hey, these guys had a great Oktoberfest. Did you have it? And you're like, well, no.
Yeah, but Marcus, in this example, like when you're thinking about pumpkin, it's pretty well-known pumpkin beer.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Tara and Randy on any pumpkin beer released in July. I'm sorry, that's just 2 months early. But that's just my opinion. Now for Santa Fe's Oktoberfest, Max will take care of that answer.
It's mostly just we want to get it out early so that people can do reviews of it. We can get it out to our distributor. We're distributing in 8 states right now, and so we want to make sure that the people who get to hear about our Oktoberfest can find it in those respective states and be able to enjoy it at the right time.
Yeah,
it also gives you guys the leeway to brew more if you need it because you came out with it a little bit earlier. There's that time that if you need some more quantity, if you made more, it would be able to come out in the proper time. And then also the word of mouth, it does do a lot. So when you have it coming out then, it does. It has a lot of benefits. And that's very common now. We're seeing a lot of craft breweries coming out with these seasonal styles or specialties just a tad bit earlier than we would have expected them to. And it does make sense when you have things like the Craft Beer Nation and the Blogosphere and the Beer Advocate and all these magazines who are going to be putting out reviews, and they do need to taste that beforehand because obviously you want them to be putting out a good, honest review of a beer that they tasted, not just maybe what they remembered of it last year going, oh, hey, they make this style also.
Yeah.
So I see the reason for doing it early. I just, and I don't think that you guys are doing that early. That seems quite appropriate to me, actually. I just think with some things, we see a lot of people kind of pushing the limit a little with how they're coming out with it, and it kind of seems to me it's more of a, oh, we put this one out first, so everyone's going to be drinking this one this season. And I think that's a little just kind of funny, but.
Yeah, I agree because in my opinion, Oktoberfest is kind of like a September, October beer. So coming out in August is like the perfect time.
Yeah.
The perfect time for that. Whereas a pumpkin beer is like Halloween. You know what I mean? That's like a.
Right. And I honestly, it takes with shipping our beers on trucks and things like that. We're going. We border with Texas, but it's such a large state. It can take a long time to get there, and so it's just in an effort to get people their beer maybe a little bit early. It might sit in our warehouse for a little bit after it's canned, but usually once things are in cans here or bottles, they go out pretty quickly. So.
Awesome. Do we have any more questions from Randy? From Gil and Matthew? I know you guys are trying to be quiet because you're sitting in the tasting room over there, but do you have anything to chime in with?
Yes, I wasn't away. Did you guys talk about your flagship beers yet? So people are aware what you're doing right now and your project, what you're coming up with?
No, we have a few beers that we're definitely known for. One of them is this Happy Camper IPA. Just the can design alone sells a lot of people on it, but then you find out that it's a really well balanced, just incredible IPA in the can, and so that helps a lot. The Happy Camper we've been brewing since about 2010, and it's almost 30% of our sales right now. Our Santa Fe Pale Ale is an old recipe. We've been doing that one for a long time, as well as our Porter is pretty well known. And then we have our seasonals that change a lot. Just last year, or the year before last year, we started our Java Stout, our Imperial Java Stout, and it started as a winter seasonal. And it was received so well that immediately after that winter season, we just started brewing it year-round, and now we distribute it year-round. And I think that's probably going to happen with our black IPA, too. That was our previous winter seasonal. And that's a really big beer. It's really well balanced and quite roasty. That's a great one if you guys haven't tried it yet. I think Randy had some. I sent you guys, the lucky few got the black IPAs. I can't remember if I sent it to you for that spotlight we have with them.
I think you sent me one I know you sent me the Happy Camper, which was delicious.
I think I sent
But
you
then
the
you sent me one.
Irish Red. I'm going to grab the black can. The Irish Red, was it in a red can?
Yes, it was the red can, yeah. The Irish Red, and that was also delicious.
Yeah, I didn't know that their black IPA was seasonal. So when we set up the spotlight, and I sent you guys a beer, like I sent all of it out, so everyone can have it. So I plan on getting an insane amount of black IPA this coming winter.
Awesome. Let's see. Who do we have available for questions right now? Gil, Matthew, Marcus. We have so many breweries, which is super cool, seeing all these people brewing their beer. So Boris, over there right now at Santa Fe Brewing, are they giving tours? Is that why people are kind of walking around? Or
right now, actually, I was getting ready to say, the caller gentleman is our very own community member, Nick. He's here.
Hello, Nick.
How you doing? He shows
Good.
up.
How are you?
He shows up a lot on their small batch Saturdays to get acclimated with the machine. I think you brewed on here already, right?
I brewed already, yeah.
So he's already brewed on the system too. So no, right now they're I don't even think they're open for business today. I think 11 a.m. my time, which is in about 20 minutes, is when they open. So, but they do tours on Saturdays.
Yeah,
so
we'll have a tour at about noon every Saturday.
Awesome. I think that's so fantastic that you guys have these craft beer lovers coming out there and brewing on your small batch system. That's really unique. I know that some breweries kind of have similar practices, but I don't see them doing it kind of how you guys are. It seems like you're pretty open to have people come and hang out and brew and really experience what the process is all about. I think that's phenomenal.
Absolutely, and we definitely, we love our home brewers here, and just getting people excited about what we're doing. Right here, this is the black IPA can that, I mean, like I said, the can design is great, and then what's inside the can is also pretty amazing. But our home brewers,
we really respect our homebrewers, and they're definitely part of what we do here. For example, around Christmas time, so right around the end of November, we will start brewing the 12 beers of Christmas, and so we'll have 12 different homebrewers make a beer, a Christmas beer, or whatever style they really want. It's totally up to them. And then 12 days before Christmas, we will start the first one on rotation on tap in our tap room. And
That's
then
awesome.
every day after that, we'll have a new one. Last year, there was a chocolate red chili stout. It was just amazing.
That
And
sounds delicious.
yeah, a lot of creativity. All these beers are different. We also had like we had some. We had a pine. Oh, what was it brewed with? One of our brewers made a beer, and he substituted hops with not pine nuts, but juniper berries. And that was a very interesting beer. It was a little sweet for my liking, but anything's game for 12 beers for Christmas.
That's really amazing. That sounds like so cool. I wish a brewery around here did that.
So, other than your that collab, I would call with your homebrewers that you guys do, you do a lot of just like one batch or test batch, just once in a while, just to get something different into.
We do that sometimes. So Gabe, our brewer, one of our brewers who you were just talking with, he developed the recipe for our Saison 88 that just came out, and we're going to be brewing that until December. But we knew it was going to be a production beer. However, Gabe made, I think, 10 different versions of it before we decided on a correct yeast and hop combination. So we do make little things, when we're thinking of prospective beers for the future, and that's just, I love it because any employee can come in on a Saturday, or any, homebrewer from anywhere can come in on a Saturday and brew what they want and just experiment.
Marcus, do you have any questions?
I don't have any specific questions other than thunder. Hopefully I don't lose internet and or power. It just started pouring down rain in the last about 20 minutes or so. So with Santa Fe, have y'all ever taken like a recipe that's kind of started on your small batch system, improved upon it, and then made it like one of your releases outside of the tap room? And if not, I think you should have a contest and do it.
Well, actually, we are going to be having a contest with our distributors in Kansas City. So they're actually going to send some homebrewers out. I forget exactly how they figured out who's going to brew, but we're going to do that. And then that beer that they brew on our system will then be released only to Kansas City. And it's going to be, nowhere else. We're not even going to have it here in our tap room. And so we have done that competition, and what I can do is I can send you the link to the Twitter feed from that stuff and let you know a little bit more of how that process is going. I actually need to check up on it too. So we're just kind of starting to get into that. Typically, when a home brewer makes their beer, we just put it on tap, and I mean, there have been some amazing recipes to come out of that program. There are a lot of people who come here every Saturday just to taste the new small batch because it changes every week.
So give us an update on what's going on behind y'all with the small batch. What's going on now?
Right now, as a team, they're still sparging. So they're taking the hot water from this tank, putting it into the middle tank that's right in front of Nick, and the mash, it's settling through and running through the grain, which is pulling the wort, which is then getting transferred to the very last keg on the left. That's actually the brew kettle. And once we get to the 10-gallon line, then you shut off everything to the right, kick on the flame on the brew kettle, and we get the boil going. So then we can start dropping hops and making the rest of what is known as beer.
So Boris, I'm guessing that like the sparging process, like right now, what's going on is water is continually coming from your hot water tank and going over your grain, right? So
yes.
I'm assuming doing it on a continual basis like that is a lot more efficient than just saying, you know, you get your grain like in a big strainer and just pour hot water on it and boom, there's your wort. It's much more efficient. You get more sugars when you do it the way that you're doing it right now, slowly.
Yeah, the method that you're referring to, where you have it sitting over a strainer and you pour the sparge water over it and then let it trickle. It is more efficient, and it's also less strain on the brewer, even the home brewer, because you're not consistently pouring a quart of 170-degree water for an hour. So with the pumps, like this system has, you can just continuously feed it over, and what you want to do is you want to keep about that much water above the grain bed all the way down until you collect your 10-gallon boil or 11.5-gallon, whatever it may be, to boil. So you don't you get the efficiency that you need. You pull the nice clean wort almost. It's going to be a little cloudy, but it's not going to be full of husks or chunks of grain. So the spar setup, the fly spar setup can be more efficient on a lot of levels. There are home brewers that do batch spars, and I'm not sure if Michael touched upon that when he talked about his segment, but basically you take you're using the water in the whole mash tun and or the whole batch. So for this example, it'd be a 10-gallon batch. You're going to have a certain amount of water designated for batch sparging that you're going to put on the grain and just slowly feed it through to clean out all the sugars. You're not fly sparging where you're just consistently feeding hot water.
And silence.
Randy's got a little one on his shoulder there. I was able to hand my little one off. And now I have beer. Life is good.
Oh, exciting! Nice trade-off. And then nice glass too, Marcus. Are you drinking out of your Craft Beer Nation glass?
I have to say, I'm really jealous. I have not received my glass yet. I think Boris ended up with both of our glasses. So
I have
Michael, I don't have my glass either. So we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat.
Actually,
I received mine just in time.
I think Lee made up those tracking numbers.
You know, the first time I searched mine, it said it didn't exist, and then the next time I searched it, it said it was delivered, and I looked on my doorstep, and there it was. It was very exciting. But yeah, I have mine. We have our fancy new Craft Beer Nation glasses, thanks to one of our favorite moderators, Lee Allison, who normally hosts our Friday night hangouts and will be here later today. We have a lot of exciting things coming up. This has only really been the first portion of our day, and we do have to take a short break because there is a hangout limit on Google+. So we'll be rebuilding the hangout and doing the Big SIPA Part 2, where we'll have some more people joining us, such as Nicole Ernie, a Master Cicerone from the Cicerone Certification Program. I'm really excited about that and might not be able to stick around because I do have to go to work. Also, our favorite app ever, or maybe it's my favorite app ever, I can't speak for everyone, but Untapped, one of the co-founders, Greg Avila, will be stopping by and chatting with us briefly about Untapped, what we can expect from this fantastic app that all of us craft beer drinkers have seemed to embrace significantly. We will have Miss Ashley Bauer driving all the way down to, is it Noda? Is that how you say it? Is it Noda Brewing?
Yeah, Noda.
Okay, Noda Brewing. Will finally be able to hear from Matthew and Gil over at James River Brewing and Shenandoah Valley. They're doing a collaboration for the Big SIPA. We have a cooking demo. Breckenridge is coming on. A lot of exciting things for the rest of the day here at the Big SIPA. So we hope that you've learned something about home brewing, enjoyed all of our visitors from the UK. We still have Simon Martin over there. They're working hard. You could see them mucking out earlier. We also have Masters Brewing still on.
Hey,
there they are with their thumbs up.
Do they want to give us an update on what's going on with their brew real quick, or can they talk?
Yeah, I would love to hear some updates from the other breweries who are still here. I guess, Masters, can you tell us what's going on in your brew house right now?
Hi, we're just waiting to come on the boil now and add our first hop. So we're just waiting.
Fantastic. It seems like there is some waiting in brewing, some patience and consistency there.
It's all right. We got a few pints we can have in between.
Yes. From your beautiful, beautiful pub that we got to see earlier.
Yeah, we got customers in the pub now.
Awesome. Are they wondering why you're cuddled around a laptop back in the brew house?
Yeah, they're all looking at us strangely now.
That's so funny. And over at Brain, oh yes, Marcus.
I absolutely love your wood panel equipment back there. That is gorgeous.
We went over that again and again and again earlier. Everyone loves it
because that is simply beautiful.
Could you actually tell us again who made that? Just since we have that focus on you right now, who made that little brew system back there for you?
It's a company close to us called SW Fabrications. And they do have a website, and it's breweries4sale.co.uk.
Awesome. So if anyone else is coveting this brew system right there, that is where you find them. I know I'll be checking out the website later. Brewery for sale or breweries?
Breweries in the plural.
Okay, breweries4sale.co.uk?
.co.uk.
Awesome. So if you covet that system as much as everybody else on the panel right now, that is where you can find it and ones like it.
What's the size of those systems, if I could? What sizes do you offer again? I missed that part when I was brewing.
There's a 2.5 barrel, there's 1 barrel, and he's considering a 5 at the moment.
Ooh, a 5, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we're going to hop over to Simon real quick also, if he can hear us, if he's listening. Hello, Simon.
Hello, how's it going?
Great. How are you guys doing? How is your brew going?
Yeah, we're just coming to the end of the boil. We're just, if you just stick with us, we're just about to add the late hops into the boil just about now. So I'll let Simon man the camera and I'll do the dangerous stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
So a bit of live, would you call it late hopping, Bill? Am I right to say live late hopping?
Late hopping?
Well, yes. So there's the early hop. All word of mouth.
There they go. Here's to all the hops. I know I love them.
Well,
which ones are they tossing?
What are the hops that you guys are tossing in, Simon?
Bill, Copper Finance?
Yeah, Copper Finance went in there as well.
They've just asked. Sorry. Just asking what the Copper Finance is.
Yeah, sorry, the copper filings just basically help settle out the protein that's in the that we boil out during the boil. A lot of the protein comes out of solution, so the copper filings just help settle that protein out as we move through into the whirlpool section. So without it, we get a big carryover of that protein into the final beer, and then that would give us problems with hazy beer or it'd be hard to filter or etc. So really one of the first steps of clarifying the beer and getting a nice dry beer in the glass at the end of the day, really. So we've got to get rid of protein carry through from the malt and generate don't want. We want some protein. We want protein that's going to give us head on the beer, and protein that's don't want to pay for it. Okay? Yeah. Good. We've had a great day here, and what we'll probably do is we're going to carry on cleaning and just carry on with the brewing process. But then, just to reiterate, Bill's going to go home, I'm going to go back to my home, and we're going to rejoin the hangout later on.
Awesome. That's fantastic. We are so happy you guys were able to participate, and I know that everyone from Craft Beer Nation who makes their way over to the UK will be visiting Brain's Craft Brewery and looking for their beers in the pubs. So thank you so much for participating in the Big SIPA. We are so happy you guys did.
Brilliant. Now it's a pleasure. Bill is just offered me to go down to the cellar. He's got some very special beer down there which we're going to go and taste now. Exclusive stuff. We'll leave the camera on the brewery, but yeah, we're going to head off and go and try some cellar beer.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Hey, let's kick back over to Santa Fe real quick.
Cheers. I know you can hardly contain yourself.
I know.
Marcus.
They have distro news for us, and I've been trying to get where I am for like the last, I would say, 2 months. So, hey, Boris,
let's go back over to you. We have the owner of Santa Fe Brewing sitting with Boris. They look like they're deep in conversation right now, too. I don't know if you can see them. Boris! I don't think you can see
Sorry, guys. Hey, thanks so much, Brains and Masters. But Brian, the owner of Santa Fe, has graced us with his presence. So,
how's it going, guys?
What's up, bro?
How are you?
Marcus, and I hope you're drinking a beer. Are you drinking a beer, Tara?
Oh, absolutely, I am right here.
Excellent. Okay, just making sure.
We are so excited that you guys decided to participate today.
I'm so excited that we're a part of something so huge across the entire world. You know, that's so cool.
It is fun. We're pretty pleased with how this has come out so far. It's really neat to see all these brew houses working at the same time, making the same beer. So that's great. We heard you had news for us, and I know that Marcus is at the seat of his pants right now and cannot handle it much longer. Do you have news?
Well, yes. I actually spoke with a woman over at Missouri Beverage that wants to distribute our brand statewide in Missouri. So,
yay!
So we're looking at potentially trying to shoot for like a November launch, towards the end of this year, launch in the rest of Missouri.
That's so exciting. Congratulations.
Dude, that is so awesome. So you're going to come up and, like, do a giant party here, right?
Well, as long as you're going to host me, for sure.
Dude, I've got room. You're welcome here.
Awesome. I'll bring the beer. You provide the bed, and I'll bring the beer.
Bed and food.
That sounds like a sweet deal, Marcus.
Sounds like quite the deal. Very exciting. So do you guys have any other distribution news coming up? Or are you guys going to be spreading to even more states? Or are you still kind of trying to grow a little slow and organic? And it seems like that's what you've done so far.
Yeah, well, no, certainly we're going to continue to focus on growing from the roots out. And so we just opened up Nevada as our 8th state overall. We launched there in June. And so far, it's been going really well. And then one of the other things, I don't know if Marcus or Max mentioned, but we came out with our 25th anniversary celebration in a can, kind of tribute beer, which is Saison, called Saison 88. And Marcus just tried it, actually. So he was telling me about, or Boris just told me about how he was drinking it this morning already. So I'll let him give you some feedback.
Yeah, they use, they dry hopped it, one, with 3 different hops. One of them is the Saaz hop. That German.
A Saison is dry hop?
Yes. It's, yes. So, yeah, dry hop with, if I remember correctly, Chinook, Saaz, and Simcoe. And, man. And then it's bittered, it's bittered mostly with Saaz hops. and man, oh my God, it's so good.
But it's
So
not,
good.
it's
That's,
not overly hoppy.
yeah, it's not like, don't think of a hoppy saison. It's right up to the max of balance. If they would have added like a quarter of an ounce more, it would have been like too hoppy. So it's right to that max. For the saison style, crisp, it's 5.5%, nice and golden, nice frothy white head, and it's just like that nice bittered, and it still has the saison quality, that peppery, that peppery yeast that you get out of it. So, oh man, oh my God, it's so good. I'm at least taking a 6-pack home, if not a 12-pack, and then I will spread the love like I've been trying to do with most of the Santa Fe beers that I got.
Hello, my name is Jealous.
Hey, Randy, don't worry. You'll get your box Monday or Tuesday with that chicken in it.
You know, we've heard that phrase before. The beer is in the mail. So.
Just like the beer glasses.
Kind of like the glassware. We'll send you that glassware. Hint, hint.
I really hope Lee is watching because he's just getting stomped all day.
Actually, that was kind of hinted towards another brewery that will not be named.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, don't go there.
Speaking of
live public recording.
Yeah, Max is gonna go grab their anniversary glass, the 25-year anniversary. They have 3 glasses that they sell here. You have your traditional shaker pint. Then they have that elongated tulip that I bought when I was here a couple months ago. And then they have their 25th anniversary glass, which is that right there.
Yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful one.
That is gorgeous.
And tell Brian who we're talking about.
So if you look at the rim, I don't know if you can see it. It's platinum on the rim because this is our silver anniversary. So we threw the silver lining on the rim of the glass. So
fantastic.
Yeah, like that gold stuff.
Nice.
Boris, if I don't get a glass like that, there will be no Air Force place that you're going to be able to buy from me.
No, Boris, make sure Gil gets a shaker pint.
I think that Gil does need more shaker pints in his life.
There's one like this. Awesome.
Oh, that's
Gil, the moment I saw their 25th anniversary, I was like, I am so getting that for myself and not Gil.
Hey, is that glass available online to buy if you wanted?
It depends who's buying it. Are you buying it, Marcus?
I would.
Yeah, all right. For you, it's available. Randy, this verdict's still out for you, buddy.
Does this help? Look.
Better. Okay, now you can have one.
Oh, you guys are too much. You and your glasswares and your babies. Everyone has glassware and babies.
Beer, blown glass, and babies.
Yes. This is the 3rd baby to make an appearance today. It's kind of cute, I have to say.
Oh,
but
thanks, Sarah.
do we have any? I mean, it's cute that there's babies on here, but yes, your baby itself is absolutely cute, not just kind of cute. Back to Santa Fe Brewing. Do we have any other news from you guys? I know that we have your Oktoberfest to look forward to, which I hope that Boris will send my way because I can't find your beer in Pennsylvania. Is there anything else new coming from you guys in the next few months?
Next release in our Los Innovadores series, which is our barrel-aged beer series. And I don't know if Max or Boris have showed you guys, but we released a Creek about a month ago, and it's pretty much sold out already. It's gone. But we have a single barrel sour, which is an unblended barrel-aged sour that's going to release probably mid-September, and that's called Single Barrel Sour.
I'm gonna go broke this fall.
Napkins.
Napkins, towels, and a shower.
Really? Really?
I'm sorry. I've been drinking since like 9 a.m.
No excuses today.
But yeah.
Anyhow. Yeah, there's a baby in the room, Boris.
They're well, right now Max is gonna go grab the creek bottle that Brian just mentioned.
Well,
you're gonna use us.
Just to make you salivate a little bit, we'll show you what the bottle looks like.
You guys have
kind of not fair.
I've already had it, shared it, loved it, tweeted it. I got one signed by Ty, and I visited 2 months ago. It's a good label.
We hand stamp every, let's see if I can get it on the camera. We hand stamp the barrel aged in oak on every label by hand. There's the little red stamp, and then hand sign them. You see the bottom. We sign them with one of our guys, the brewery. That was Gonzo that did this bottle, and then we put the year on the strip on the flip top ceramic.
That is a gorgeous bottle. Like that's one that you would keep to reuse as like a growler or something.
It is a very beautiful bottle.
That was kind of part of the idea, is that we wanted to bring something out that was something that the homebrewers could be like, man, I'm going to buy that bottle just because I can use it again and again.
Yeah, I've already shared it with the community when I first had it a couple months back, but it's really hard to see via webcam, but right behind the word creek, that's embossed with the New Mexican seal and the bottle cap that Santa Fe uses as their label. You can kind of see it right there, and that's on every single label that is hand labeled.
Awesome, awesome. I have some serious beer envy right now. I'm so jealous of all the people who are at breweries today. It's just not fair.
So
but do we have any more questions?
When you buy one of those bottles, you have like a lifetime refilling kind of thing. You just bring the bottle
back to the brewery. Yeah.
Say that again. The background got in.
So when you buy one of those bottles, you have a lifetime refilling. You just bring the bottle back to the brewery and get refilled. Is that what it is?
I might.
I don't know if that's going to work.
Hey, so there was a question on the event page. I think it may have been more homebrew focused, but I think it's a good question to ask the commercial guys as well. And there was a question about keeping fermenters in the correct temperature range. So in the Santa Fe brewery, how do you keep all your fermentators in the correct range? Is it like I know some folks have like a liquid gel glycol, whatever it's called, like inner wall. Is that what you use as well?
Yeah, no, we use that through our big system. Yeah, we're glycol chilled on all the jackets. But interesting that you brought that up, because literally today for our small batch system, which we're brewing the IPA on, which is the 31-gallon size batch. So traditionally we've been fermenting back in our finished product storage, which in the summertime can get up to like 70, 75. In the wintertime it can be as cold as like 40 or 45. So literally today we just got dropped off a new refrigeration unit on wheels. We're going to now ferment all of our small batch into, which is actually right over here. It just got delivered.
There it is.
Very cool. It looks like Santa Fe out here.
Yeah, it's a sunny day, of course.
Awesome. Marcus, did you find any more questions on our event page or our Twitter feed or anywhere?
I think that was the only one on the event. I am not paying close enough attention to Twitter. Let me log in if I can.
Well, we just want to thank all of you guys for, giving us the time here. It's pretty awesome. Boris had to step out just for a quick second, but if you guys haven't already figured out, we're pretty much about ready to offer him a job here. It's pretty fun working with him, and Great that he can brew on our small batch system. I know it's not going to be his last time on this system. So, yeah, really, if it wasn't for him contacting us a few months back, we wouldn't be a part of this. So it's a pretty great thing.
That's awesome. We're so excited to have you guys, and we know that Boris is probably one of your biggest fans, and in general, one of the biggest fans of craft beer that there is. So we're really excited that he guys set you guys up with the Craft Beer Nation community, and we'd love to see you guys around for maybe some special releases or something. Keep us updated with what's going on in your brewery, because we're all big fans of it now too. He sent us your beer, so most of the moderators have had it at this point, even if they live over on the East Coast like I do. So we are big fans of your beer.
Undoubtedly, the pleasure is ours, man.
What's that?
I said, undoubtedly, the pleasure is ours.
Mike's mic. Just type it, bro. Just type it.
So I think what we were supposed to have at this time was a little music break.
Hey, you guys, sorry to cut in real quick, but Brian's got to take off. He's a busy man.
See you guys. Thank you for your time. You guys are on. Cheers.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks.